Imagine being admitted to your dream university abroad with all expenses paid for without any connection. Yes, today we trace Chrysanthus Wamalwa's journey from Bungoma to the US. And that story aside, it is now a reality. Kenyans are traveling to South Africa visa-free. And this is how the show is looking.
From Bungoma to South Dakota State University, Chrysanthus Wamalwa's pursuit of further studies in the US through the Kenya Airlift program.
This is a very mega opportunity for me.
It's not really just a matter of taking students to the US. For us, there's more to that.
Also on the show, traveling to South Africa visa-free, our experience and its significance to both countries.
It's been a discussion that has gone on for a long time, but we managed to crack it.
We have Kenyans who are now coming to visit South Africa immediately in January 1st. You'll be surprised, our Dreamliner was taken up by our whole family. They took the whole business class.
We appreciate your attention. We now join Michael Zimanji as he brings us the journey of Chrysanthus Wamalwa from Bungoma to South Dakota State University. Take a look.
Our journey begins here in Kimoi Village, Ndegelwa sublocation, Namirembe location in Kandui constituency, Bungoma County, some 400 kilometers from Kenya's capital, Nairobi.
Mike, vipi bwana?
Chris.
Karibu sana.
Nimefika.
Welcome to Bungoma.
We're here to meet 29-year-old Chrysanthus Wanjala Wamalwa, who is about to join South Dakota State University in the US.
I feel so excited. Every time you leave and you are leaving your loved ones behind, it always elicits a certain feeling of how you are likely to miss them. So yeah, but I'm so excited. I'm so focused on this opportunity. I'll be going to the United States to pursue a Master of Science in Operations Management at the South Dakota State University in South Dakota.
Yes, Chris is about to venture beyond borders, a goal that has been years in the making from the time he was a student at Friends School Kamusinga and continued well into his university life as a finance student undertaking a Bachelor's of Commerce degree at the University of Nairobi. Daring abroad was always in his DNA.
I've been to Uganda, Burundi, Tanzania, and Ethiopia as well. So I've been in all East African countries basically. FSK is a very big school in this country, and we used to be spoken to by most of the alumni. And when they will talk to us about how they ventured into the world out there, we always felt like, I think we too can be there. And that was the feeling I had as well. Fast forward to 2013, when I began my bachelor's degree at the University of Nairobi. A friend of mine who we were classmates with, year mates and classmates with, got a scholarship when we were just in our first semester and left for the US. And because we had been friends, we always kept in touch, and I think she built that urge in me to also consider that.
Inspired by this, it was not long until Chris got his first opportunity to leave the country in 2018, when he got a job in the Democratic Republic of Congo as a logistics coordinator. But this was not enough for Chris. His dreams were bigger.
So after I graduated in 2017, I sat for my GRE exams at the University of Rwanda while I was working in DRC. I was staying in Goma town, and so the closest town center for those GMAT and GRE exams was Kigali. So I sat my GRE exams in Kigali, University of Rwanda, and passed. But then after that, I could not go on because I didn't have finances or any source that of finances that I could consider to pursue the dream. So I shelved the dream then.
This was despite attaining admittance into top universities in the UK, including the University of Cardiff, the University of Liverpool, among others. But little did Chris know that his breakthrough was around the corner in the form of the Kenya Airlift program.
In December 2020, I got to start now seeing posts from Kiogora. DM Kiogora was the chairman of SONU just before I joined University of Nairobi. And because of my like for politics, I used to follow him. He was my friend on Facebook. So I realized he started posting people who are successfully going through the program, who are getting visas. And I reached out to him in January 2021. He reached out through a text and shared with me the link to the program, the Kenya Airlift program.
Through the program that assists Kenyan scholars attain university entry, visas and funding required to pursue further studies in the United States, courtesy of its founders and directors, Bob Mwiti, an IT consultant currently domiciled in Tampa, Florida, and Dennis Kiogora, the member of County Assembly for Abogeta West Ward in Meru County. Chris was linked to one of the program's financial partners, Empower Financing, who provided him with the financial support that he craved.
The Kenya Airlift program is one very unique program. This is a program that guides you through from the start to the time you join, and they are there with you monitoring your progress through your studies all the way.
It's not really just a matter of taking students to the US. For us, there's more to that, because having been to the US as an international student, there are challenges that I faced personally. I walked that journey that we try to take our students through. Issues to do with, getting funding, how to figure out how to get there. Issues to do with now, once you're there, how do you fund your education? Because, US is very expensive when it comes to tuition and living expenses for students. So our program to the outside world, it might look like it's just a program that takes students to go and study in the US. But actually there's way much more than that, because we are trying to solve three things. One, the issue of funding. Two, the issue of good jobs in corporate America. Three, the issue of immigration papers.
You're born into a family or into a country out of luck. And then you as yourself get to make an individual decision about where you want to go and what you want to do. And that should be your opportunity to do that. And that's what we provide, that opportunity to build your dreams and to go anywhere in the world, whether it's the US or whether it's here in Kenya.
Besides this, the Kenya Airlift program also works hand in hand with companies, institutions and organizations based both in Kenya and abroad to ensure the over 1,500 members already enrolled and over 200 currently in the US get all the support they need to follow their dreams. This includes Kenya Commercial Bank as well as Qatar Airways, to name a few.
I wish to also thank the co-founders, that is DMK and Bob, for allowing us to partner with the Kenya Airlift program. Yeah, we came in June, and since then we've walked the journey together. As KCB tunasema asante.
That is what led us to this moment, an ecstatic one for the family.
When I got this news, I was very happy, and I'm still very happy, because Chris is now leading as an example, being the elder child in the home. And I think this is going to be a lesson to his brothers and sisters, that they should also work hard so that they at least reach where he is. And it's not an easy thing. One thing, I've really been very happy to my Almighty, because men have tried, but few have been chosen. So he's among the few who have had the opportunity, and I'm very happy and proud of him. He has made me proud.
Matumaini yangu kwake, najua kwamba vile anaenda kusoma kuna mazuri atatuletea. Na hiyo mazuri atakuja nayo, haitakuwa yetu sisi peke yake kama familia. Itasaidia hata hii kijiji, itasaidia labda hata ulimwengu mzima. Sababu hujua atatoka huko na nini. Ama kama kazi anaweza pata huko, anaweza kufanya wengine pia wafuate huko nyayo zake.
From the time I was a young boy, my dad likes using the word exposure. Actually, here in the clan, we've nicknamed him Exposure. With my cousins, some of my cousins usually call him Exposure, because he keeps telling us to know what lies beyond just where we stay. And so with the curiosity and ambitiousness that is in me, I've always wanted to know what lies beyond yonder. And That is what makes me feel very okay and pursue whatever lies beyond the borders.
Chris is scheduled to take flight on the 10th of August 2022, but before he packs his bags and sets on his journey, we take a walk through his village as he bids farewell to the people that helped raise him. Quite nostalgic, as we even get to pass by his former primary schools. With that out of the way, next stop, Jomo Kenyatta International Airport in Nairobi. On arrival, we bump into Chris's colleague from the program, Victoria Kwamboka. The two will be traveling together as both will be joining South Dakota State University. Here is where we part ways. Chris's flight left JKIA at 9 a.m. East African time and arrived in Amsterdam at 5 p.m. local time. They departed at 12:30 p.m. the following day, and after an 11-hour flight, they arrived in Atlanta, Georgia. What followed was a 3-hour layover before heading to Huntsville in Alabama, before departing on a 3-hour flight to Sioux Falls City Regional Airport, their final stop. Chris hopes to make the most of his time in the States and eventually build a name for himself both home and away.
This is a very mega opportunity for me. It is a very big opportunity, not just for me, but for the family and the clan. I've grown up in an extended family. Hakuna brain drain. I am a patriotic Kenyan. I love my country. Hatani ende ng'ambo nitarudi. You've heard Mwalimu Thomas Wesonga sing, eh? Mimi ni mwana Kenya daima. Yeah, I love my country. Whatever time it will take me there, home is best. And Kenya, having been outside Kenya, Kenya is a beautiful country. Yeah, this is a country I love. I love its people. And I want to be part of in its elevation.
His story is a testament to what one can accomplish through sheer determination, and as he begins life abroad, his parting shot is never be afraid to reach for the stars.
They need to just have the patience and the zeal to keep pressing on. That the Kenya Airlift program is one they can consider. If anything else comes by that will be a better option for them, no problem. But they should not give up.
Thank you, Michael, for that inspiring story. We now take a very short break. When we return, visa-free travel to South Africa, our experience and what this means to Kenya and South Africa.
Centum Real Estate has completed and handed over 500 plus homes in the prime neighborhood of Vipingo. You can now own a home from as low as 1.98 million Kenya shillings and enjoy a flexible payment plan of 10% on signing the letter of offer and the balance in equal monthly installments within 18 months. The estates offer a unique, secure environment with world-class amenities and infrastructure and a wide range of outdoor facilities. Call us today on 0740 400 215 or SMS Vipingo to 22365.
Welcome back, and moving on, it is now a reality. Kenyans are traveling to South Africa visa-free. Find out what this means to the two nations in the following report. January 7th, 2023, my cameraman Eric Maweu and I arrive at Jomo Kenyatta International Airport as we prepare to board our flight KQ0766 to OR Tambo International Airport in Johannesburg, South Africa. Quite historic for me because for the first time in my travel history, I will be heading to the Rainbow Nation without a visa. The flight time between Nairobi and Johannesburg is about 4 hours. Yes, as of 1st January 2023, Kenyan travelers holding ordinary passports can now travel to South Africa visa-free. This is after the two countries signed an agreement on 9th of November 2022 following a two-day visit by South Africa's President Cyril Ramaphosa.
We agreed that indeed Kenyans should be able to visit South Africa without requiring them to have visas, and that this dispensation will commence on the 1st of January in 2023.
I want to thank President Ramaphosa for working with my team and myself to eliminate some of the barriers that we have. Our ministers have instructions that South Africa and Kenya are in one neighborhood, and South Africa and Kenya hold the potential of unleashing the opportunities in our continent by working together.
While in the past you would be asked to show a valid visa while checking in, this time round, no such a question except a valid passport and a yellow fever vaccination card. This is the new norm, and according to Catherine Muigai Mwangi, Kenya's High Commissioner to South Africa, the agreement is a long-awaited for and a highly welcomed move.
It's been a discussion that has gone on for a long time, but we managed to crack it during my tenure, of course. So that for me is a source of pride and is a source of satisfaction that we've managed to achieve this. And I just want to say that again, a demonstration of the relationship between our two countries and the appreciation of the importance of Kenya and South Africans continuing to cooperate on issues not just bilateral, but continental and on the multilateral level, because I believe that we are very like-minded. Kenya and South Africa have the same general principles and same guiding beliefs, and therefore we find ourselves cooperating on many issues to do with the continent and even on the multilateral level.
The visa-free policy now allows you to stay in South Africa for not more than 90 days per entry.
Kenya has allowed South Africans visa-free for a long time. South Africans, as long as you're coming into Kenya for less than 30 days, you can go to Kenya and just have your passport stamped and you enter the country. So this was really just, it's reciprocal really, which is correct in diplomacy.
The increase in the number of Kenyans traveling to South Africa visa-free is also felt in the numbers registered by Kenya Airways, according to the airline's cargo and passenger operations manager for South Africa, Patrick Mulei.
Most of the Kenyans are coming here for business, that is corporate, and the other ones are coming here as tourists from Europe, from USA. We have Kenyans who are now coming to visit South Africa. Immediately in January 1st, two families took the whole business class of 30 passengers. Yeah, so I was talking to them and they said, the two gentlemen said that they were looking for a treat of their family. And so they took advantage of the free visa.
So what does visa-free travel mean to the ties between Kenya and South Africa? First, according to the High Commissioner, this is a confirmation that Kenyans have a good record in South Africa.
I don't believe Kenyans are just going to get onto a flight and come to South Africa to do nothing. Kenyans will actually contribute to the economy of this country. You have Kenyans coming here for business, you have Kenyans coming here as tourists, you have Kenyans coming here, and at the end of the day, they will leave money here. So I think it's a win-win situation. It's a win-win situation for Kenya because now one can come in and out as they please to do business, but it's also a win-win for South Africa because we are bringing in foreign exchange and growing, the trade relations between the two countries.
Generally, during the December holiday season, there is an increase in travelers between the two countries, and with Kenya Airways doing well on the route, the timing of the visa-free policy couldn't have been better.
We have been having 3 flights daily from Nairobi to Joburg and back direct. 2 of them have been Dreamliners and one of them has been a 737-800. We also have a 4th flight which was introduced in December. The 4th flight operates from Friday, Saturday and Sunday, which is a 737. It leaves Joburg very early in the morning at 6, and you are in Nairobi at 10 to do your business. It has been a very popular flight. We have direct flights, Cape Town, Nairobi.
We have a lot of our young people coming here for higher education, high school education. There's a lot of partnerships between universities here and universities in Kenya. And we have professors here who are actually supervising students in Kenya for their PhD, for their masters. So there's a very rich cooperation agreement between Kenya and South Africa's higher institution of learning.
You find that KQ761, the morning flight, is a mix of tourists and the corporate customers. 763, mainly people connecting beyond Nairobi to Europe, India, and other places, West Africa. Then that is the normal person traveling, families and all that. Then we have night flight, 765, which leaves here at after midnight. That one is mainly corporate customers and a very popular flight.
Kenya Airways entered into partnership with South African Airways, and again, this is important when it comes to people-to-people relations.
Kenya Airways is extremely important. As you know, South African Airlines is no longer flying to Kenya, so the only direct flight between these two countries is Kenya Airways. So they have contributed a lot because Kenya Airways has put capacity into this market, both for passenger and for cargo. It continues therefore to contribute to movement, not just of people, but of goods, which is extremely important as we try to grow trade between the two nations.
Commercial diplomacy has been a key guiding principle in Kenya's relations with the world. This is directly linked to movement of people.
Kenya continues to explore new areas, whether it's from different countries or in countries that they are already cooperating with. And that South Africa is a huge market. It has huge opportunity, from trade to education opportunities to shared experiences. And that there's opportunity to look at where does South Africa have competitive advantage and what skills can we learn, what skills can we adopt from this country. One of our priorities right now is to unlock trade from Kenya to South Africa. We have an imbalance of trade in favor of South Africa, and it's a huge imbalance. And this is one of the things that we are working on. How do we unlock this so that we try and balance this trade? And the areas where we see as a first priority, import into South Africa from Kenya must be tea, coffee, fresh flowers, those are quick wins, beef products, milk and milk products. So that is what we are working on. Because currently the imports, we have, yes, a few flowers coming in, some coffee, some tea, but in very, very, very small quantities. The exports from here into Kenya, of course, is motor vehicle and motor vehicle parts. A lot of fresh fruit, of course, wine, and medicines and components of medicines.
Great news there. You can now travel to South Africa visa-free. And remember, this show would be incomplete without a dose of investment opportunities back home. And today we bring you more from Centam Real Estate. Yes, they have some developments in Vipingo that are up for grabs. Let me show you briefly what you can find there. Yes, Centam Real Estate has completed and handed over more than 500 homes in Phase 1 of Vipingo development. In Phase 2, you can now own a home from as low as 1.98 million Kenya shillings with flexible payment plans. Each of the estates has reliable water supply and enjoy state-of-the-art infrastructure and amenities. On that note, we come to the end of the show. We are glad you found time to be with us. And remember, this is the only show of its kind in the whole world. We hope you'll find time to be with us again next week. Many thanks for watching, and bye-bye for now.